Happy New Year, everyone! It is officially January 2026. A fresh start, a blank page.
Happy New Year, Sarah. But I have to be the party pooper today.
Oh no, why? Don't you like fresh starts?
I do. But statistics say that by February 15th, 80% of the people listening to this will have already quit their resolutions.
Ouch, that is pessimistic. But honestly, it happened to me last year and the year before. Why does that happen?
It happens because of a flaw in our mindset called annualized thinking. We set goals for December 31st. I want to lose 10 kilograms by the end of the year. When you say that in January, your brain says, relax, you have plenty of time.
That's true. If I skip the gym today, I think, it's okay, I have 11 months left.
Exactly. That creates complacency. We lack urgency. We waste January, February, March, and then suddenly it's November and we panic. Have you noticed that people are incredibly productive in December? Sales teams hit crazy targets. Why?
Because the deadline is close. The pressure is on.
Right. So the book we are discussing today, The 12-Week Year by Moran, asks a simple question. What if we could have that December energy every week?
So we pretend the year is shorter?
We don't pretend. We redefine it. In this system, a year is no longer 12 months. It is 12 weeks. There is no 2026. There is just the next 12 weeks. January to March. That is your entire year.
Whoa, that sounds intense. So if I procrastinate for 1 week,
In a 12-week year, 1 week equals 1 month. If you waste a week, you just wasted January. You can't afford to waste a month.
that definitely creates urgency. Every day counts.
Exactly. When the deadline is close, we don't procrastinate. We execute. The goal is to do more in 12 weeks than most people do in 12 months. Think about it. Most people have one push at the end of the year. With this system, you have 4 New Years in 2026. 4 deadlines, 4 celebrations.
I like the idea of 4 celebrations. So, how do we start? Do we just write a to-do list?
Number A to-do list is just a wish list. You need a vision. You need to connect your daily actions to a bigger picture. If you don't have a compelling vision, the pain of change will be too much. You will quit when it gets hard.
And it will get hard, right?
Oh yes, and that brings us to the most interesting psychological part of this book, the emotional cycle of change.
Emotional cycle? You mean my mood swings?
Sort of. Every time you start a new project, like a diet or a business, you go through 5 emotional stages. Most people quit at stage 3.
Stage 3. Let me guess. The I hate this stage?
Precisely. It's called the Valley of Despair. We will talk about how to survive the valley in part 2.
Valley of Despair. Sounds ominous. Before we go there, let's review the business vocabulary from part 1. First word, annualized.
Annualized means calculated on an annual, yearly basis. Annualized thinking is the mistake of thinking you have 12 months to do a task.
Second, complacency. A feeling of smug or uncritical satisfaction with oneself or one's achievements. It basically means getting lazy because you think you're safe.
Third, urgency. Importance requiring swift action. The 12-week year creates urgency every single day.
And fourth, procrastination. The action of delaying or postponing something. Annualized thinking fuels procrastination.
So we have set our 12-week goal. We are excited. But Sarah, what happens on week 3 when the motivation runs out?
That is when reality hits. We will learn how to push through the valley of despair in the next part.
Welcome back to part 2. Look at this graph on the screen. This is your emotional journey for the next 12 weeks. It starts here. Stage 1. Uninformed optimism. This is you right now, January 2nd. You are excited.
Yes, I bought new running shoes. I bought a new journal. I feel like I can conquer the world.
Exactly. You see all the benefits, but you haven't paid any of the costs yet. It's easy to be optimistic when you haven't run a single mile. Then comes stage 2, informed pessimism. This happens around week 2 or 3. You start running and your legs hurt. It rains. You miss a party because you have to work.
Reality checks in. I realize, oh, this is actually hard work.
Yes, the benefits seem a bit further away and the costs are right in your face. You start to doubt. And then you hit the bottom. Stage 3, the Valley of Despair.
That sounds dramatic. What happens here?
This is the moment where most people quit. At this point, the pain of change feels greater than the benefit of the result. You think, is this really worth it? Maybe I should start again next year.
I know this place well. This is usually February for me. So, how do we climb out? Do we just use willpower?
Willpower isn't enough. You need a vision. Remember part 1? If your why isn't strong enough, you will die in the valley. You need to focus on the process, not the result.
Focus on the process?
Yes. Don't look at the scale and cry because you only lost 1 kilogram. Just focus on, did I go to the gym today? Yes. Okay, I won the day. Just put one foot in front of the other. If you keep going, you reach stage 4, informed optimism. You start seeing results. Your clothes fit better. The work gets easier.
Hey, I can actually do this.
Exactly. And finally, stage 5, success. You finished the 12 weeks. The new behavior is now a habit.
So, the key is to expect the valley of despair. Don't be surprised by it.
Precisely. When you feel like quitting, tell yourself, I am in the valley. This is normal. I just need to keep walking. Another tool to survive the valley is accountability. In the 12-week year, you meet with a partner every single week.
Like a weekly review?
Yes, a WHAM, weekly accountability meeting. It's short, 15 minutes. You answer 3 questions. 1. Did I do what I said I would do? 2. If not, why? 3. What is the plan for next week?
That's scary. I don't want to tell someone I failed.
That fear is good. It keeps you honest. If you know you have to report to me on Friday, you will do the work on Thursday night just to avoid embarrassment. And you measure your execution score. I completed 85% of my tasks this week. If you hit 85% consistently, you will achieve your goal. It's math.
So we stop guessing and start measuring.
Yes, but be careful what you measure. Most people measure the wrong things. They measure the scale, weight, not the workout.
That is a perfect segue. Before we talk about measurement, let's review the vocabulary for the emotional cycle. First word, optimism.
Optimism is hopefulness and confidence about the future or the successful outcome of something.
Second, pessimism. A tendency to see the worst aspect of things or believe that the worst will happen. Informed pessimism is when you realize the difficulty.
Third, despair. The complete loss or absence of hope. The valley of despair is the danger zone.
And fourth, accountability. The fact or condition of being accountable. Responsibility. Having a partner increases your success rate massively.
So, we are surviving the valley. But how do we know if we are winning? Are we looking at the scoreboard or the players?
This is the difference between leading indicators and lagging indicators. Most of us focus on the wrong one. We'll explain why in part 3.
Welcome back to part 3. Sarah, let me ask you a personal question. When you are on a diet, how often do you weigh yourself?
Every morning? Sometimes twice a day. If the number goes down, I'm happy. If it stays the same, I'm depressed.
That is the trap. You are obsessing over a lagging indicator. In business and in life, There are two types of measurements. First, lagging indicators. These measure the result of past actions.
So, my weight today is the result of what I ate last week?
Exactly. It lags behind. It is history. You cannot change the number on the scale directly. You can stare at it, yell at it, pray to it. It won't move. Your bank account balance is also a lagging indicator. It tells you what happened in the past. Focusing on it gives you anxiety, but no control.
That makes sense. I can't control the past. So, what can I control?
You control the leading indicators. These are the activities that predict the future result. If your goal is weight loss, the leading indicators are 1. Calories eaten today. 2. Minutes spent running.
I have 100% control over those. I can decide not to eat that donut.
Correct. And here is the magic rule. If you hit your leading indicators, the lagging indicators will take care of themselves.
So, I should stop looking at the scale?
Yes. Or look at it only once a week. Spend your energy obsessing over the process. Did I run today? Did I eat vegetables? If the answer is yes, you are winning, even if the scale hasn't moved yet. In sales, you can't force a client to buy, lagging. But you can control how many calls you make, leading.
This changes everything. It takes the pressure off. I don't have to worry about the outcome. I just have to do the work.
Exactly. In the 12-week year, we track execution. At the end of the week, you don't ask, did I lose weight? You ask, did I complete 85% of my planned workouts?
What is the magic number? 100%?
Nobody is perfect. The book says if you execute 85% of your plan, you will likely achieve your goal.
That's forgiving. I can miss a few things and still succeed.
Yes, consistency beats perfection. But you have to track it. You need a scorecard. Think of it like driving a car. Lagging indicators are the rearview mirror, looking back. Leading indicators are the windshield, looking forward. You can't drive by looking only at the mirror.
Unless you want to crash, which is what usually happens to my resolutions.
Exactly. So for 2026, stop staring at the mirror. Look through the windshield. What action can you take today?
I love that analogy. Look forward, not backward. Let's review the business vocabulary for this section. First word, indicator.
An indicator is a gauge or meter that gives you information about the state of something. A speedometer is a speed indicator.
Second, to lag. To fall behind in movement, progress, or development. A lagging indicator shows you data after the event.
Third, to lead. To be in charge or command. To go in front. A leading indicator comes before the result.
And fourth, predictive. Having the effect of predicting future events. Leading indicators are predictive of your success.
So, we know what to do. But Sarah, the biggest excuse everyone has is, I don't have time.
I'm too busy. We all say it. In the final part, we will learn how to time block our week so we actually get things done.
Welcome to the finale. We have a plan. We know how to measure it. But Sarah, here comes the enemy, the whirlwind.
The whirlwind? You mean my daily life? Emails, meetings, kids, laundry.
Yes. Most people fail not because they are lazy, but because they are busy. Being busy is not the same as being productive.
I feel attacked. I'm busy all day, but sometimes feel like I accomplished nothing.
That's because you are living reactively. You answer whoever screams the loudest. To win the 12-week year, you must live intentionally. You need time blocking. You need to put 3 specific blocks on your calendar. The first is the strategic block.
What goes in there?
This is 3 hours of uninterrupted, deep work on your number 1 goal. No phones, no email, no quick questions. Just you and the work.
3 hours? My boss would kill me if I didn't answer emails for 3 hours.
You can schedule it early in the morning or late at night. 1 strategic block per week is enough to change your life. This is where the magic happens. But what about the emails? That brings us to the second block, the buffer block.
Buffer? Like a shield?
Exactly. This is dedicated time to handle the noise. Answering emails, returning calls, administrative tasks. You group them all together. It's called batching. Instead of checking email every 5 minutes, which destroys your focus, you check it only during your buffer block. Say 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the afternoon.
That is terrifying but brilliant. It stops the interruptions.
And finally, the most important one, the breakout block. This is scheduled free time, guilt-free rest.
Wait, I have to schedule my fun?
Yes, if you don't schedule it, work will steal it. A breakout block prevents burnout. You need to recharge the battery. So create a model week. Look at your calendar for next week. Paint your strategic block in green. Paint your buffer blocks in yellow. Paint your breakout in blue.
It looks like a map of a perfect week.
Exactly. If it's not on the calendar, it won't happen. Throw away your to-do list. Use your calendar. So let's wrap up our survival guide for 2026. We treat 12 weeks as a year. We push through the valley of despair. We track leading indicators. And we time block our weeks.
It sounds like a lot of work, Alex.
It is. But the alternative is waking up in December 2026 and realizing nothing has changed. The choice is yours.
Powerful words. Before we start our 12 weeks, let's do the final vocabulary review. First word, intentional.
Intentional means done on purpose, deliberate. You must be intentional with your time, not accidental.
Second, reactive. Acting in response to a situation rather than creating or controlling it. Answering emails immediately is being reactive.
Third, batching. Grouping similar tasks together to do them all at once. Batch your emails in a buffer block.
And fourth, interruption. Stopping the continuous progress of an activity. Strategic blocks are free from interruptions.
2026 is waiting. You have 4 years ahead of you. Don't waste the first one.
Start your 12-week year today, not next Monday, today.
Tell us in the comments, what is your main goal for the next 12 weeks? We will read them.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!